I'll be right back.
Okay. All right. Wagwan, everybody. Lennox here from Simple 123 Trader. It is Tuesday, June 3rd. We are live at the New York stock market pre-market session. Glad that you can join us. Hope everybody's doing well. All right. And just to begin here, let me just move things off the screen. Our meeting here, and where's the other one? Here's the chat. Let's get the chat off here as well. Okay, there we go. Okay. So first time looking at the NASDAQ today, because I didn't look at it very much last night. Didn't look at it at all last night, actually. All right, so let's see what's going on out there. So it looks like we did spike up. This is on the daily. Well, on the daily, we did spike up 4 days ago. 3 days ago, Friday. I guess that was Friday, Sunday, Monday. Yeah. So Friday, we did spike up to the midpoint of this gap over here. Wow, look at that. We actually touched that midpoint. That's astounding. Touch right in there, and now we look like we're going back to give it another shot. We're looking to go back up there and take out that high. It looks like we have a couple of days of up moves, looking very strong. We opened, took out the previous high. This one opened, went down, looking like we're going to take out yesterday's high. So and then push on upwards today. So looking at the 4 hour, there we can clearly see that we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's what we're doing. We're pushing up to take out yesterday's high and onwards. So how far up do we go? Do we go to take out that high? Hopefully that's the case. But if not, we have some stops along the way, perhaps. So we do have a unlock this. We have another gap up here, just like how we looked at it from the daily standpoint. We have a gap here on the 4 hours, that we could also. So we came into the daily gap up there, and now we could also do the same thing. We could go into that 4 hour gap and kind of get a rejection from there as well. So we'll see how that plays out, because this is a very important gap right here. So just similar to this gap on the daily. So it's interesting how it plays out the same way. So this guy is no longer, actually I can use this guy here. So on the daily, we have a gap that's forming. It's not complete yet, but I'll put it there because we're above it now. But so there's a gap there that they could fall back into. I'll lock that one on the daily. All right, now going down to the hourly, you can see beautiful move up on the hourly, retrace. Didn't really retrace into anything here of any kind on the hourly anyways. But we did retrace to this level, and we're bouncing back, looking to take out the high. So I'm going to mark that high. And this looks like our destination. So if we can get in and get a ride to this destination, I think that would be good. So I still don't hear George, so maybe he doesn't realize he's muted, or not sure what's going on with him.
Oh, I had my mic go off. Sorry about that. Were you asking me something, Lennox?
No, I was saying that you were muted, but maybe you didn't realize you were muted. So
yeah.
Yeah. All right. right, so that's on the hourly. We're pushing to the upside, looking to take out the highs. So 30-minute, same kind of thing. We're pushing to take out those highs. We do have a 1, 2, 3 bottom in here at this level. We're looking to go up. Okay, so on the 15-minute, you can see we can see our structure now very clearly. So we swept the lows over here. We swept the highs here and here. By pushing up, we pull back and off we went, pull back again. And now we're looking, we've taken out that high, looking to continue going up. So it's beautiful. Okay, so for those on YouTube, thank you for dropping in on us. We are the 1, 2, 3 traders. We are looking for 1, 2, 3 bottoms and top setups. A 1, 2, 3 bottom, here I'm on the 15-minute time frame, is a low point, a high point, and another low point. And we label them as 1, 2, and 3. They can be fractals or swing lows and swing highs. And that's what we're looking for. Somebody is dinging us for a message, I think. Let's see.
Martin said the team locked them out. Can you add them again?
I'm not aware that I sent a message.
Oh, that looks like from 6:21 a.m. But interesting.
Okay. Oh yeah. As soon as they reinstated my credentials, they sent the message I typed in yesterday, which I couldn't even send.
Oh, I see. Okay. Oh, I see. So from yesterday.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. All right. Okay. So let me continue with this. So we look for 1, 2, 3 bottoms and tops. This is a 1, 2, 3 bottom, swing low, swing high, swing low, and then we look for a retrace between points 1 and points number 2 back to that point number 3. So that is our model. We enter in and around the point number 3, which is usually around a 50% retrace area. That's a 5. That is a 5. I can't draw 50% retrace area. And then we take the trade and we hold on to it till about the 1.618 Fibonacci expansion area. And we call this a slingshot because we pull back, release, and go to our target. So that is our model. That is our method. That's our system. That's our baby. That's our bread and butter. All right. So we've got about 7 minutes to go. So I'm going to continue going down. We're on the 15-minute. So I'm going to continue going. So on the 5-minute time frame, we're in the final leg. So what we're looking for essentially is a structure. I'm going to go back to the 15-minute just to show. So we're looking for a structure that is this structure here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is an Elliott wave, 5-wave structure. And this is a structure we're looking for primarily. We want to get in on the 1, 2, 3 bottom at this point and go up to the third level or the third wave and exit, get in on the second wave, exit on the third wave. And this repeats over and over and over and over. This where I circled here also has one here, but it's on a just for this leg. The same thing. We get a one there, and we go up to that level. So each of these legs has the same pattern, something like that. And we try to get in on the 1, 2, 3. So this is the 1, 2, 3 here. We try to get in to get up here. There is also 1, 2, 3 here on this level, but not on this time frame. It's on a different time frame, on a lower time frame. So as I go down to the 5-minute, we're into the final leg, final wave. And there's a 1, 2, 3 there that took us up to that level. So we're getting a retrace now. And then finally, I can go right down to the 1 minute time frame. And then we see the structure that I'm talking about. There is the 1, 2, 3 bottom. We get the move up, back, up. We get a retrace again. So this entire move is our leg, is our structure. All right, so looks like they want to take out this low here perhaps first. So we see a move back down here. There is a gap here. We could come into that gap and then we'll continue. So we've got another 4 minutes before the market opens. So that's a likely trajectory, sweep of these lows, maybe even these guys, and then push back to the upside would be in the works, perhaps. Let me take a quick look at US dollar versus the Euro US dollar. They messed me up again. They messed me up again. Well, bear with me 1 second. Every time I'm not sure why they do this every time. They're messing me up. I'm going to put, okay, so there is the US dollar at the top. I'm going to put the Euro US dollar here. There it is. Okay, I'm going to go to the hourly. Hourly. All right, am I close? There we go. So the US dollar is strong right now, currently. The Euro US dollar is weak against it. So we have a relatively strong US dollar overall. That's all I wanted to know. Quick look at news for today. I'm doing this a little backwards. I usually look at the news first thing. So today is the 3rd. We have red news today. Yes.
10 o'clock is the news time.
10 o'clock, we have job openings. Boom. Factory orders. Also economic optimism and Ward's total vehicle sales. But these are all yellow news. We have some red news, though, at 10 o'clock this morning. So 3 minutes to go before the market opens. Let's see what we have. Okay, so still looking for them to drop this down. I'm going to look at where 8 o'clock time was. 8 o'clock was here. That's the 8 o'clock candle right there. So I'm looking for the lowest point since 8 o'clock, and this is down here. So I'm going to mark that low. This is the lowest point since 8 this morning. And the highest point since 8 this morning is right here. So we'll see which one of these gets taken first. Right. Looks likely that the high will be taken first, more than likely. Still looking for a drop here still to take out these lows. Will we get it?
Yeah, it missed my 161, 162% by 4 handles, so I closed the thing, but it probably will come back and take it out, but I'm in for 65 handles at this point.
Very good. Okay, we got less than almost 30 seconds left before we open here, so let's see what happens.
I didn't want to take the chance of a jolt. I put a picture of a deer that was born in our backyard in the chat.
Oh,
nice.
Okay. Yeah, I just saw a fawn a couple of days ago in our yard here. Little spotted thing. It was quite neat.
Well,
didn't get a shot though, too fast.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. We've opened now, and they didn't even drop it at all.
Oh boy, it took off like a.
Yeah. So I was.
Wowee.
I was really hoping for a drop here, and then that would have been a nice entry, but they said nope, they're not coming down at all. They're just going straight up. So
Yeah, well,
there I go.
the strength was to the upside, but because of the open, I got out. I didn't know what to expect, really.
Yeah,
It would have been a nice move to stay in.
yeah.
Okay, volatility has just kicked in now.
Wow.
We're at the cautious point, which
All right,
means
so
we're about 30 points of stop.
I was looking for them to take out this high, and they did it in quick
did
order.
It did it with pleasure.
They did it quite quickly there, so my expectation was correct, and looking for them to continue that move up and take out that high, but they did it rather quickly without even one little pullback. So very interesting. Would have thought that they would have taken out the low here first. So I didn't get my pullback. Then I would have looked for my 1, 2, 3 at this point. But they didn't even give us a 1, 2, 3 here. There is one, but it's very quick, and it's gone. So all right, so that was that. So much for very tough for anyone to catch that move, I'm sure. Very interesting there. All right, let's take a look at Bitcoin, see how Bitcoin's doing. Maybe Bitcoin might give us an opportunity for an entry here. So I'll look at Bitcoin from the daily standpoint as well. It looks like we are in a downward mode here.
We've got pretty hard drop on the 1 minute for right now.
For the NAS again?
Wow, hey, look at that gap on the 1 minute.
Okay, let's see the NAS again. So
wait, whoa, wow, what a drop on Bitcoin.
Yeah, that's a quick turn back. And Bitcoin's dropping as well. Wow, that is quite the drop indeed.
I thought there was a favorable article on Bitcoin in the Las Vegas show, but something kicked it down. That's a pretty hard drop.
So I was going to go to the daily, and so we can see that we're
over. Looks like that's over 300.
We're in a downward mode here, so the likely scenario is that we're heading to the downside. That's what I was just going to say on the daily. And we did come up again. Look at that. We came up into this gap. We came up to the midpoint of the gap. We got rejected. So it looks like we're in a fourth wave area. We have a 1, 2, 3 here, and then we get this drop. So it looks like likely scenarios that they're going to take out these lows down here. Possibly. We might get another pushback up first, though, however, so that could be.
It actually broke my low channel on the 5-minute chart, so, but this is such a tremendous drop that the question of how valid it may be.
All right, so let's look at the structure. The overall structure, we swept these lows down here. We made a 1, 2, 3 here. We went all the way up. We dropped back. So it's likely that they're going to take a shot at going back up to take out these highs before we see a collapse on this. But this is quite the move down here we've had. So this is looking like, yes, we could turn and go back to the upside here. These guys are still want to get me to turn off my machine. Okay, so I'm looking for them.
Has reversed also at this point. Looking like it wants to move down before any further up moves. So I don't know if they're waiting for that 10 o'clock news in a half an hour.
Oh, we have to be aware. We have to be aware of that, because that's going to be an important news item. So, okay, so we came down into this gap on the 15 on Bitcoin. Looks like we're around the 50% of this move here. Yeah, we're dead on 50% right now. So looking for a possible turnaround here. Will we get it? That will be the question. There is another gap right below in the 70%, 72% area. Okay, so that's what we've got. We're touching that one now. Well, we'll be looking for a turnaround play here to go back up on Bitcoin. This is a 15-minute. We'll go down to the 5-minute. That's what it looks like there. So we're coming into that midpoint of that gap. So we'll be looking for a turnaround here to go back up. Let's go down to the 1-minute. And again, looking for a turnaround. We've got 5 waves down on Bitcoin very quickly. They dropped it down. And 5 waves, you can see it's very hard to see, but there is one here and a drop, up, back up, and then another drop. So we're basically complete. This would be an entry opportunity to take us back to the upside here, to take out these highs. So can we do that? Is that reasonable?
Yeah. 3 good-sized fair value gaps in here, although it's tempting to close the current one. Oh, it just closed the current one, which gives us right now, if it closed here, it would be railroad tracks. I'm on the 1-minute chart.
Yeah. So NASDAQ is doing a similar thing. So you see the NASDAQ did come back down and take out those lows. So I was looking for them to take out those lows, but they did it by going up first and then coming back, taking out all the lows. That's quite interesting there. So very, very interesting that they took the sellers out first, and then they come back down, take out all the buyers. If you didn't get out up here, then you got taken out just now. So the NAS is a bit messy, a bit nasty. Let's see what Tesla did. Didn't check Tesla here. So Tesla popped open, pulling back. And you can see, again, we have 1, 2, 3s. This whole thing is a 1, 2, 3 bottom. We also 5 waves, drop, big push to the upside, drop, pull back. So we would be looking for a 1, 2, 3 down here to continue back to the upside. That would be the trajectory more than likely on Tesla. But we can double check Tesla real quick here. On the daily, we're still pushing up. Again, we came back up into this gap up here. Are we done at this point? That's a possibility. We might not be able to assault this high again, but looks like a likely trajectory. So here's a sweep of the lows. We have a 1, 2, 3. We pushed all the way up and a pullback. We could be done, or we could go another time up. So interesting here on Tesla. Let's go 4 hour. So we did have a 1, 2, 3 here. We went up. We finished that structure. So this is quite interesting here. So there is the structure that we're looking for. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We did it. We took out the high. We came back in quite a ways down. And now we're looking to go back up again. Now it could just be a retrace of this move, and then we come back down. That's possible, instead of it going to take out the high. So we should be interested to see what happens here.
Yeah, volatility is still pretty high at this point. We still seem to be favoring the downside, but we're still like 20 minutes before news time, so anything goes. They went below the last big fair value gap, but there's a fair value gap below that they haven't touched yet.
All right, here is Tesla on the hourly. We have a 1, 2, 3 bottom here. We've pushed up to that level, pull back, well, sweep, a 1, 2, 3 top. We've dropped, they pull back up. So based on our structure here, it would seem likely that we should be heading back down to take out these lows rather than heading up to take out the highs. So it looks like a likely scenario that we take out these lows down here on the way down. So will that be a correct? We shall see. That's how it looks right now. So be careful going long here, Peter, is what I'm trying to say. It might be.
Based on what I see, like we had a channel coming into today's, like an elongated channel on the 1 minute chart. And I was expecting actually a fall because we have a wave 4 channel on the 1 minute chart. So I was expecting a fall, as I said before, not going up. That 1, 2, 3 that you showed there on the 1 minute chart just is part of wave 4. It's just part of wave 4 that can suck you in, and spit you out.
Yes.
So I'm not looking to go long. I'm looking to go short, but of course I'm not the master trader here, but keeping my eye on it.
There's Bitcoin came back with a vengeance.
Yeah, it certainly did. Well, I mean, that railroad track turned into an engulfing pattern too, and it then gapped up on the next candle, and we now have 2 more gaps forming. So.
Yeah,
I don't know. Cool. Tesla to me looks like it wants to go higher, but
okay.
Who knows what's going on?
Let me continue with Tesla here, so we've got this gap that. So again, we're looking at the structure of Tesla. We have a 1, 2, 3 top, so we've dropped. So this is a likely third wave. We've pushed to the upside back into this gap. The likely scenario is that they're faking everybody to go long and we're going to drop. So
yeah, that's what I see.
Yeah, so be careful about going long is what I'm saying.
No, I'm not going to get sucked into that one.
On the 15 minute, you can see how choppy this was, more indicative of a fourth wave. We've come back up in here, and it looks like, again, we're going to fall on the 5 minute.
See, that's a channel.
I mean, the trend is down on Tesla. There's no question about that.
You see that channel on that chart there? I would expect price to drop down from, that's wave 4. Yeah. I would expect price. I think they just drove price up to take out all the stops and whatever. Yeah. And because this has got to fall.
Yeah, so that's what it looks like here to me as well. Okay, so that's on the 5 minute. So on the 1 minute now we'd be looking again for them to come back down, taking out these lows and carrying down. So they could push up a little higher here first. So be aware of that. There is a gap. There are gaps here. So we could see a move back up first before we get that. So, but they're trying to sucker. It looks like it's possible. There's still a possibility they could go up and take out that high. They could do that. Just maybe the news might do something like that, but eventually we're coming back down. So I can't rule this out that they can go up and take that high out, because we do have a 1, 2, 3 here, and this pullback. So we could go back up one more time. That's possible. So I'm not just saying that we're going to fall all of a sudden, but right. So keep that in mind as well. All right, so I'm going to go back.
That 1, 2, 3 on the bottom that you denoted is really part of that fourth wave channel that I was talking about.
Yes.
So I've never seen anything in a fourth wave channel be of any merit at all. So, when I see a 1, 2, 3 in a fourth wave channel, I just say, oh, no, I'm not a sucker. But you could be right. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying that we're going up right now, so you could be right that.
They might approach this high. It's possible, but there is a gap right in the middle here, so they might stop there as well. It's difficult to say at this point, but definitely a push to the upside first. I'm going to go back to Bitcoin here real quick.
Bitcoin went up, but it's sort of resting at this point, a little consolidation going on.
That is a buy on Bitcoin right now, in a fourth wave move. So I could buy that. I'm just going to buy it real quick here, and to get another push up. Now they could pull back on me a little bit here first, but looking for them to continue up to take out the high. So it's that high to be taken out. Yeah, they're pulling back a little bit, but there's my overall structure. And I've got a 1, 2, 3. We're in a fourth wave right now. So I'm looking for them to get out of the fourth wave in quick time and continue up one more time. So this is just a quick scalp. We need to get above that high. So I wasn't paying it. I wasn't looking at Bitcoin, but I missed my opportunity to get in down here on that 1, 2, 3, because that's what I was really looking to get in to catch this move up to take out these highs. Remember, I said that they were going to go back up, and sure enough, they did do that. So let me see if I can add to my position here, because we're heading up. So I'm going to add to my position at this point to go up and take out that high. All right, so going back to the NAS. So the NAS is doing the same thing like Bitcoin is. So we do have a 1, 2, 3 here, and then we're pushing up. So they're going back up to take out this high again.
That's what it appears to be. That we're now in the last 15 minutes before the news. So.
Yeah, so you got about 15 minutes to play before the news comes in. So looking for a push to take out these highs up here on the NAS. So we could make a play in here. They're dropping Bitcoin down quite a bit more than I was expecting here. So I'll buy some more then at this point, because they're giving me opportunities to get in lower. So sometimes they do that. You're thinking they're going to go straight through, but they pull back, and that's what they've done. So there's the NAS looking pretty good here. So that was interesting how they did this morning. So we were looking for them to come up and take out the highs. Look, I was looking for a drop here first, but they didn't do that. They just went straight up, took out the highs, and then they come all the way back down, take everybody out. Now we make a 1, 2, 3 bottom, and now we're looking to go up. So not even giving me a chance to get in here. They're just going straight up now. So that's the way it is. That's how they play. So,
well, I mean, I would still be cautious, because it may be that they're just pushing NAS up to a high. In fact, it just made a new high on the one minute chart, just to drop it down when the news comes out.
There's my Bitcoin. I'm looking to close the position, close partial here. We just had a nice bit of profit there, and I missed
now on the Bitcoin.
Missed getting out. Okay, so yeah, so the NAS did go up and take out the high. That was pretty quick. So very quick move to the upside there. I missed my opportunity to get out on Bitcoin for a nice profit there. So I have to wait again, wait for that. We'll get another chance here on Bitcoin. Right, so getting another up. Whoops. They're playing games here. I want to see them do the same thing as NASDAQ and go up and take out this high. So looking for that move up.
NASDAQ has a Tom DeMark top set up on the 1 minute. It hasn't broken it yet, but we'll see what happens. I don't have a Tom DeMark bottom yet. It's interesting. Oh, yes, I do. It's way the heck down there.
So Bitcoin, NASDAQ, again, we could attack this high one more time, possible. Let's go. Let's see how S&P did here.
We've got 10 minutes too right now.
Oh,
And
S&P. Ooh.
Tesla and NASDAQ are in a very similar situation right now. Although Tesla didn't take out its high of 348.50.
What's your read on
66.
Tesla, George?
Pardon?
What's your read on Tesla?
Well, as I said before, it looked like it was going to go up before it went down, but I wouldn't be doing anything before this news because the volatility is really quite high right now.
Well, there's Tesla. Like I said, they're going to probably go up and take that high first, possibly, right? So we got. They gave us a 1, 2.
That would
3.
be fair, but you know, it's
We could still go up one more time here.
It's divergent with the NASDAQ at this point, which may or may not mean too much.
But they're coming back in this area here, so let's see if we get a bounce one more time back up, or they continue straight through. But it looks like likely that we should get another bounce back to the upside here.
We're getting close to breaking the GAN on the downside on Tesla, but it's just too close to news time for me to make any play.
We're in a macro now. So on the NAS, we've completed 5 waves. We've swept the high. So we could be looking for a 1, 2, 3 top now to come back down at this point. So let's see if that occurs. Got a gap here. So if this gap holds us back, we also have an inverted gap. So do we get held back and we continue down, or do we go through? Well, Tesla would be similar. I would think we'd looking to push back to the upside.
Yeah, on Bitcoin, we've had over a 50% retrace now. And the Tom DeMark broke to the downside on Bitcoin for whatever it's worth.
Okay, still looking for them to push back up on Bitcoin. So waiting for that move back up. Tesla's moving back up right now. NAS is trying. We're 7 minutes away from news. Let's see how we look from the higher time frame point of view. It looks quite strong here. So it's looking likely that the news is going to be favorable for the markets here.
Yeah, that's true.
It's looking rather favorable for a continued move to the upside. I don't see any reason for a big, huge drop here in the markets. So we're looking for buys overall. So interesting. So Tesla struggling a little bit right now. So things look favorable, at least in the short term anyway. So we could see a continued move to the upside here.
The problem is we could get a good spike, so your stop would be in jeopardy, possibly, if you have one on right now. Okay, we just got a break to the downside. Whoops, it looks like it's going to reverse it. On Bitcoin, Tom DeMark. It went through, but it went back over, so...
You must have a Tom DeMark indicator, eh, George?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. So there's NAS looking to push up with 6 minutes to go before news. So Tesla should be doing similar. It is.
Yeah, Tesla is pushing up also. Bitcoin. And as I say, there is a slight difference with Tesla to NASDAQ in that they are diverging on price.
Yeah, I'm looking for, this time I need to take my profit off when I get some here. I missed getting out getting some off here, so I'm going to take some off at this point here. So,
Oh, you're on Bitcoin?
yeah. So I'll take
Okay,
off
well,
a little higher than that.
it was attempting to,
They're
okay,
just playing games with me here.
it's inside both Tom DeMark points, the top and bottom. It's moving, of course, towards the top, but it hasn't even broken it yet. Yes. I'm just seeing that volatility is going to come in as we have tons of people trying to guess the direction.
Four minutes to go.
It's interesting that ATR is still in what I call the caution point, which means it's still a 30 pip stop point using an ATR calculation.
So on Bitcoin, I've got a nice 1, 2, 3 bottom right here. So we should be
But it
pushing up
has
to
not
take
been
out.
able to break the Tom DeMark top line.
Should be pushing up to take out all these highs here.
The problem is that it's not convincing which direction it's going to go yet. I mean, on the points that I look at, just broke the top Tom DeMark line on the 1 minute with gusto.
There's my nice move there finally, and now I'll just let the rest go. And so looking for them to take out the high, so I could take a TP at the high right about there. And
okay, we have a new high on NASDAQ 1 minute, and that's a 1-day high only I'm talking about.
so really nice moves
You're
there.
almost near the top now of your Bitcoin. Really an aggressive move upward.
So I got in super early. I'm thinking that, oh yeah, they're just going to go straight up and take out the highs, but instead they pull back first, which is fine. So I just added to my position as it went down and able to catch the move finally now. So, waiting. So sometimes patience can be a virtue, because you're waiting for that 1, 2, 3 bottom. We should get that move to take out the highs now. But yeah, they're very sneaky, especially because it's the fourth wave. This is one of the things. So they did come back in and touch into this gap down here, and now we get the 1, 2, 3. So we should be able to push through.
We have a new gap now on the 1 minute Bitcoin. It hasn't closed yet, but got 25 seconds to close.
NAS is still pushing up, so I would presume that Tesla is still pushing up. Yeah. All right, we got 2 minutes before the less than a minute now.
We're going to start getting some jockeying for position going on now.
So we can see again, we've swept out the previous highs, swept out the highs again. So we could be in for a slight pullback before we continue. So have to be watchful for that.
It's really tough. NAS is more prone to continue upward, but when the bell rings, they might have a big swing. I don't even have the news up to see what it's.
5 seconds to go.
And they dropped the Bitcoin down. There we go. That's
So they
looking
pop it
like
right straight up.
up move is the one that's going to be taken.
We're in wave 4 on
Up,
the
up we go. We got a new high on NAS. We haven't gotten a new high yet on Bitcoin or Tesla. But it looks like the high is the way to go. And it doesn't look like they're going to push it that much higher, to tell you the truth.
What was this
I
news?
got a relaxing going on with Bitcoin now.
Job openings.
We're still in a positive mode on NASDAQ, but and on Tesla, but I'm not sure how high it's going to go, to tell you the truth. We haven't broken a high on Tesla.
Well, I got stopped out of Tesla. I moved my stop up beneath the lows here, and they came back and took me out. So no problem. I made nice profits on that play. I still expect them to go up and take out all the highs. So
what time frame is that, Lennox?
That's the 1 minute.
1 minute Tesla you're on there?
Sorry, Bitcoin.
That's Bitcoin.
Oh, well, okay. I was saying my Tesla is getting ready to break the high right now. And
So Tesla's moved up that much? Yeah, there we go. So that's what
there we go. We got a
would
new
have thought
high.
that would happen first, Peter, that they would go up and take out the high. If we're going to go down, then that's the ploy. They're going to go up first and grab as much orders as they can, then push price back to the downside. So if we're going to come back down, then this is a logical sequence that they go up. So there's a big gap here on the 15. So the question is, are we able to get held back here, or do they go through? Now they could go up and take out the equal highs in here. That's possible. That's quite a stretch for them to go up there. That's a 350.
Tesla is definitely moving higher, as is the NASDAQ.
We're in an hourly gap. So is this as far as they go, or do they go? We're into an order block and a gap. So that might be as far as they go. We could see a turnaround at this point. That's possible. But there's still room to go up a little bit more.
Well, you're looking for the turnaround, but so it could come any time.
So Bitcoin again.
This is no longer an impulse wave because we've exceeded 0.2. I think it is anyway.
Oh, by the way, my account is now over 5 million.
Aha. Beautiful.
So from 100 grand to 5 million in 9 months. 9 months gone by already. Wow. Actually, we're just starting the 9th month. Oh, it's actually 8 months. This is the 9th month we're going. 8 months. 8 months. 100,000 to 5.3 mil now. So quite happy with the results. So next goal is 10 million. See if I can get it to 10.
We just broke below the time to mark on Bitcoin. Hasn't closed yet. Let's see what happens in the 22 seconds left.
They're fooling around in here quite a bit. I was expecting them to go straight up and take out these highs.
I was too, and it's playing games
Yeah.
It just shot up, has a gap in there now, but let's see what it
Very
ends up
choppy.
doing.
So we've got an
It's-
order block here, so maybe that will hold price back.
It's
If they take out this low, then all bets are off. What's interesting? So
It looks like it's playing games with us at this point.
big time. So NAS, yeah, okay. So Bitcoin is giving us a little bit of a turn.
Bitcoin is looking like it wants to head to the downside as far as Tom DeMark is concerned.
So tough playing in the NAS. There was opportunities in this area here to get that move, but very tough. Okay, so Bitcoin did take out the low.
Yep.
So they
Yep.
went right through that
Yep.
order block and went right through the low. So very unusual move here. Not sure what they're doing now. Let's see. So very choppy. Thought they would just go straight up and take out the highs, but nope. They are still, so they're basically what they're doing here is they're sweeping these lows down here. So we're essentially in a large fourth wave now. So what we've got a 1, 2, 3 bottom, they went up, now they're just chopping around. So the likely trajectory is still to go up and take out the high, but we're inside a large channel now, right? So the next likely move is back to the upside to take out these highs. So very sneaky on their part here. This could be a nice buy opportunity on Bitcoin in the short term here, or move back to highs. So let's give that a shot on Bitcoin and buy it right there. We've got a 1, 2, 3 on the seconds chart. This is a 1, 2, 3 setup. So looking for them to continue up because they've swept the lows.
I'm kind of looking at the Tesla as it's trying to say that the top is in. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm on NASDAQ. I'm saying that the top is in place on NASDAQ. And
Oh, they're fooling me on Bitcoin here. They've swept it again. Wow. So that's very tricky.
Bitcoin almost hit the Tom DeMark target. Well, it just went through it.
Wow. Interesting.
It looks like we're headed towards the bottom.
So everything's dropping all of a sudden 8 minutes after the news. So we've come back into this gap that started the morning.
I think there's some other news. Is there some PMI or PCE news or something like that? Let me check.
Not red news.
No, it's not red news, but
Factory orders.
you have to sometimes factor in because might be going on. Boy, the FOMC members are talking up a streak.
Well, yesterday's FOMC meeting didn't do much.
Oh, factory orders are down.
This is very volatile stuff right now. We have to be really careful here. So we have a 1, 2, 3 top drop. So we could come down again if equal lows. Ooh, my Bitcoin's giving me a nice push. So I'll take some profit off on that. Very nice push on Bitcoin here. I'll take some profits off. If we
You
can
got in
continue
that
climbing.
again, huh?
Yes, and I'm looking to see if they can continue up. I'll put my stop below
I
here.
don't look. I'm not looking for a good up move on Bitcoin now. I think that bottom point might be in jeopardy.
It should not be, because we've already swept twice now. We swept the lows here, we swept the lows here. We should get a 1, 2, 3 that should take us out and back up to take out the highs. So I don't expect them to go back down and take this low again.
105050.
This should be a move to the upside for Bitcoin going forward now.
Okay. Still a lot of volatility going on with the NASDAQ.
Okay, so do we get another drop in NAS? Looking for another drop here. Take out these lows.
Okay, Tesla has changed the GAN to the downside now.
VWAP is pretty stable on the 1 minute Tesla. But I need to see a 1, 2, 3 top, George.
You see a 1, 2, 3 top?
I said I need to see a 1, 2, 3 top.
Okay.
Although we could still be in wave 4.
Well, we're at the top of our move now, so everything is played out as expected with Tesla. We got the pullback, and then, like I said, we were looking to take out the highs, so we did do that. They did it again in the same fashion, and so we're done up here now. I would think so. We'll be looking for a 1, 2, 3 top at this point to give us that move back down. So any pullbacks up in here would be sell opportunities, I would think, on Tesla to come back down at this point.
Yeah, the sell side seems to have more strength, slightly more strength than both Tesla and NASDAQ, but and the patterns on each of the 1 minutes Tesla and NASDAQ are quite similar.
So they are pushing
Both
back
of
up.
them are favoring the negative side right now, but it's not a set in stone yet.
So Bitcoin, I hid my stop underneath the body here of this candle. Looks like they're going to take me out, so they took me out. So no problem. I made some nice profit there. I didn't expect them to come back down again to challenge this low, but they have.
more down move on the Bitcoin yet. If that's the one
we shouldn't take this low. So that would give us a nice 1, 2, 3 here. So what I'll do is I'll wait out a fractal to jump back in again here, or wait for them to breach the high and give us a 1, 2, 3 here to continue up. So might wait for that. I've had a couple of small stop outs, but nothing dramatic. We've made some nice profits on Bitcoin so far this morning. So Bitcoin's has done well.
Good. Right now, both Tesla and NASDAQ are still trying to favor the downside as they have been going up, but it's a little more difficult I can't guarantee the direction yet.
It looks like we're still in wave 4, George.
I've got so many charts overlapping one another, Peter, that I haven't really been able to discern that. My 10-minute charts on NASDAQ, for example, are definitely in an upswing at this point. And I just broke out the top channel again on my NASDAQ 10-minute charts. And we're trying on the 1-minute NASDAQ to stay in the positive mode at this point.
No, Marquise is with us this morning.
Oh, hi, Marquis.
Good day, gentlemen.
How are you, sir?
I am well. I'm good. I've just been kind of working on my indicators, and I've made quite a bit of progress. I'm really happy where I'm at. But as I've learned, it's more just trying them out and getting a feel for them and kind of just jumping behind them 100%. So now we're in the trial phase, and we're just letting the indicators kind of get a breather and see what they do, and seeing if they react to the market the way we were intending them to. How are you guys?
It's definitely a dynamic
well.
market today.
Yeah. So there's Bitcoin.
Okay,
We've made
Bitcoin is in the positive situation now. You got your 1, 2, 3.
made the 1, 2, 3. Made it. Now we've swept. We're making another one. So I'm looking for a retrace now, back into the gap here for an entry. Now they might not give it to me, so I hesitated about. Decided not to go in at this point and to wait for the retrace. So sometimes you wait for that retrace, they don't give you a retrace. So we'll see if they do or not.
This is the problem of looking at too many things. NASDAQ and Tesla are still pretty much in unison as far as their moves are concerned. Tesla is a little more skewed to the downside than NASDAQ is, and Bitcoin is still popping to the top.
Okay, so let's look at these.
Pretty convincing move to the top right now.
Let's look at these from the hourly standpoint. We'll see what's kind of going on. So Bitcoin, we had the sweep. We get a 1, 2, 3 bottom. We move all the way up. They sweep this high. We pull back. So the expectation is that we're going to go and take these highs. Take that high out. So
that would be completing your wave 5.
You need to get in on the train, in the train station here. You need to get in here to catch this ride. So
now I'm looking for a
pullback.
Now, so you're in some pretty good profits right now, Lennox.
Looking for a pullback here on the 1 minute to.
Oh well, you might have to wait for the next pullback because we're almost at a high.
Yeah, and that was the problem. Because I didn't jump in, which I usually like to do at that point, I thought, okay, I'll wait for the pullback here. They don't give you a pullback at all, just a very slight one. So there was a little gap actually. So they did pull back just a tad, but not enough for my liking here. That would have been better, and then I would take the ride. So this fractal here, I should have jumped in on that, and that would have given me that nice move to take out these highs and these highs. But sometimes that's what they do. They don't give you that pullback that you're expecting, and it's gone. But that's okay. Made nice profits already, so it's not a big deal. but that now you get the idea of what they're doing, and so you can be confident that we still got a long way to go. So any pullbacks I still get,
they're taking out the highs. There you go.
yeah, there they go. They're
You're
taking that
gone.
was very, very quick. So I'm really disappointed in myself that I didn't jump in right there and decided to wait for the breach, and then the retrace, but we don't get it. So there we go, taking everybody out now. So at this point, we'll look for a retrace in here to continue going up. So.
Okay.
All right, so no problem. Now we know what Bitcoin's doing. So let's take a look at Tesla.
Tesla has two up-GAN signals as opposed to 6 up-GAN signals on the NASDAQ. So they're still they're still pretty much kissing buddies, except that NASDAQ seems to be a little bit stronger than Tesla.
Okay, so Tesla on the hourly from the hourly standpoint, we made our 5-wave move up.
Yeah.
Swept the highs, made a 1, 2, 3 top.
I'll be with you in a few minutes.
Drop down. So at this point, we're expecting a retrace. We're getting that retrace. So now we'd be looking for a 1, 2, 3 top to come down. So you want to get in the train station. You want to get in that train here to come down, more than likely on the NAS at this point. If we're wrong, then we'll be continuing straight up, but I don't see that happening at this point on Tesla. More likely that we're going to be coming back to the downside. So 15 minutes, looking for a 1, 2, 3 top in here to come back down. 5 minute, looking for a 1, 2, 3 top to drop. 1 minute.
The 1 minute, it looks like it's trying to form a 1, 2, 3 top.
On the 5 minute, we also have a 1, 2, 3 top. So that's already there on the 1 minute. So we did pull back above 50%, and right back into this gap, the series of gaps here. So yeah, looking like the trajectory should be back to the downside to take out all these guys.
I'm going to have to step aside for a while. It's planting time for me.
All right, we're here, George. No problem.
I'm going to leave it on, but I'm going to have to go out and help my wife. Take care.
George is going to go play in the dirt.
Well, we're playing in the dirt too.
Yeah.
George has all the fun.
There's dirt everywhere.
So there's NASDAQ. So I'll look at NASDAQ from the hourly standpoint, just like we did with Bitcoin and Tesla. So we have a 1, 2, 3 bottom on NAS. We move up. There's our structure, very beautiful, just as I pointed out. And for those on YouTube, remember, this is just for educational purposes only that we do this. We don't expect anyone to take our trades, so you do so at your own risk. Yeah, do give us a like and subscribe to our channel. We appreciate that. So that's our structure that we're always looking for. This is the 1, 2, 3 that we're always looking to play on the retrace. So we mark our number 1 point, our number 2 point, our number 3 point. We look to get in on this train in this area. It's a slingshot. We pull our strings back, and then we'll release from here, take it up to this level. That's our number 3 point in Elliott wave terms, 4 point, and up to a 5. So that's the move. And so we've basically completed the structure. So we could see a pullback on the NAS that could take out this low. That would be similar to what Tesla is doing. If we get this pullback, that would bring Tesla down as well, right? That's a possibility here that we could get. On the 15-minute, we're in that last leg, the last wave. So there was the sweep at the lows, sweep at the highs. Get a 1, 2, 3 here. we move up, we're in the last leg of this move. So we could see a turnaround to come back down. 5 minute. 5 minutes. There we go. That last push up. Are we done at this point? Possibly. Let's see how S&P looks. So we're getting divergence. So we do have divergence on S&P because S&P is taking out the high. So S&P is giving us our structure here, taking out the highs, whereas the NAS did not do the same thing. The NAS did not take out the highs. It went straight up. So we got the 1, 2, 3 went straight up. So it is possible for the NAS one more time to take out the high, possibly, or we're just coming straight down, one or the other here. So quite interesting there. And then I'm going to look at Bitcoin again. Let me go down to the 1 minute on the NAS. So we're kind of iffy situation now on the NAS. So Bitcoin on the hourly. Again, we swept the lows. 1, 2, 3. Move up. Sweep those guys out. Boom. Looking for that move up to take out the high. So I want to get in on this train somehow on a pullback. Are we going to get a pullback? Maybe we would expect one. That's a 15. Looking for that move up, but need to get in on this. Yeah, and they gave us a pullback. There we go. Very quick. So that might be as much as a pullback as we get. And then they continue. But they can also be ruthless and bring you way down. We could come all the way back down before they continue. So there's no guarantee that you get a pullback and we continue. Sometimes they do, but they can bring you all the way back down too. So it's a very tricky area here. Looks like they're just going to go straight. Looks like that's what they want to do, possibly here. So this will be very quick. So a very strong move off the 1, 2, 3 bottom. We get a super strong move, and then they're going to just chop it very quickly and then take off. They swept everybody out at who's selling here, so they could still drop it back one more time. That's possible. This is where it gets very tricky. So NAS, Tesla's got a 1, 2, 3 top on the 1 minute now. Looking to come down.
Yeah, you can see that on the 5-minute chart.
S&P is much stronger than the NAS right now. Interesting. We've taken out these highs where the NASDAQ is struggling to take out the high. So you can see on the S&P, the high here at 1019 has been taken. Where on the NASDAQ, the high at 1019, we're not even close to taking that as yet. So will they take those highs? It would seem like a likely scenario here, but yeah, NAS are not seeing very good plays so far, really. Bitcoin has been the nicest mover. I'm still looking for another pullback. I don't know if they'll come back one more time or not, because they've already pulled back here into the midpoint of this gap. So that might be sufficient for them to push off and continue up. I'm looking for one more pullback, maybe back to this order block right here. If we can get a pullback here, I would buy to continue going up to take out the highs. Like I say, they might not pull back at all, so we'll see. I might have missed my opportunity right there to jump in. So missed the opportunity here. I thought I would be okay waiting for a pullback at this point, but they didn't do that. So now I wait for the pullback. They give it to me, but I wasn't there to see. I didn't see that pullback, so I missed that. So now I'm looking for another pullback, but I don't know if they're going to give us another one. So it would be nice if they did, and then that would give you a chance to catch the train, but it looks like they're leaving this station pretty quickly now. So there are always opportunities in Bitcoin. That's the beauty of Bitcoin. So no pullback whatsoever on Bitcoin. They're just going. So where are they heading? To take out these highs up here. That's our time, 7:30. So the news didn't seem to do much. Wasn't much of a factor really at 10 o'clock. Looks like a slow grind down for Tesla now, Peter.
You still there, Lennox?
I am. I'm just breathing very methodically. So still hoping for another pullback here on Bitcoin, because I do have some room to get up to the highs, so that could still make some profits in there. And on the 15-minute time frame, if I go to the 5-minute time frame, you see that. Well, I'll stay on the 15 because there is a 1, 2, 3 right here. So that's what's propelling us up. So we have if we could get in, you can still make some nice points to that high there. So I'm still looking for a little bit of a pullback to see if I can catch a ride. So there is a gap here. So if they pull back to that gap, I could take a ride here. So I could have gotten in at this point, but I didn't see it. So I'm waiting now patiently to see if I can get a ride. And looks like they're coming back in. Maybe. I could set a limit order for that low, but I like going in at the market. Now, the other problem is that because we've gone up 5 waves now, we essentially 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, it is a possibility that they could go through this gap on a retrace. They could come back down just to be mean, take the buyers out from here before they continue up again. So I have to be careful about wanting, because we're up so high. Is this a really safe place to be buying to continue? Possibly, but they could also do this. So I always have to be, you also have to be careful, because our structure has played out essentially at this point. So they could do retrace deeply to take everybody out who are buying up in here. So just realized that just as I was thinking of maybe I should pull the trigger in here, because I did get the pullback, but yeah, this could be a ploy that they utilize to take buyers out. So I'll just wait to see what happens here. So interesting there. So NAS is falling slowly. S&P slowly coming down. Tesla slowly, very, very, very slow move down.
Yeah, I'm short Tesla.
Yeah. So slow motion right now, eh? So the first half hour is really dynamic. And sometimes from 10 till 11, you get nice movements. So we're coming up to 11 o'clock in another 20 minutes. So I'll go another 20 minutes here, and we'll see if anything picks up, but it's a rather slow motion right now. So what about news for tomorrow? Is there something that's going to propel us a little bit? See, tomorrow is Wednesday, and yeah, we have some red news tomorrow morning at 10 again. Interesting. Okay. And red news at 8:15, non-farm employment. So NASDAQ still looks relatively strong here. So is Tesla? Tesla might still hang up here for a while. before they bring it down. The NAS does still look a little bit like it has a little strength here. We're very close to a top. Choppy stuff right now. Clean up my chart here a little bit. So I'm not having any luck at Bitcoin because they just took off again. So they came back into the gap and left. So I'm not paying attention again. They left without me. So I thought maybe they might come down a little, but they didn't go through the gap. So that would have been a buy opportunity since they swept that low and took out the high. So buy to continue going up. So Bitcoin very strong. No big pullback here whatsoever. So 3 chances to get in and didn't get a chance to get in at all. One there, one here, and one here. So target is the daily high.
A good stock is DRI.
ERI.
D as in dog, R as in Randall, I as in.
Darden Restaurants.
You got it. It's the largest restaurant chain in the world.
Weekly. Should have told me that when they were at 140 there, Peter.
Yeah, I think I did tell you, but you were asleep that day.
Yeah, they've made quite the move here. Wow. So back in 2022, they were down at 108. Now we're at 216, so it's a double in 3 years. Back in 2020, they were down at $25. Wow. So there's a move. That's when you should have told us about it back in 2020.
Yeah, well, next time.
Yeah. Yeah, it's quite a move there.
I was looking at Darden some time ago. I liked it. I liked them because some of the larger chain restaurants, they were coming out with meals that were like $10 for like a hamburger and what have you. Whereas you go to a McDonald's and you're paying $13 for a medium size. So with the larger restaurant chains kind of being comparable and you being able to get basically a better burger than you get at fast food, that's why it kind of drew me into it. But I don't think I ever pulled the trigger on it. but yeah, that might be a good long-term investment if they keep up with, if they're able, because now they're able to, like Chili's and all those restaurants, what have you, they're able to keep up with McDonald's and offer like better prices for better food. So I did have my eye on it for some time, or it's some time ago.
Yeah,
I
the
should say.
technicals look pretty good on it.
So there's Bitcoin making that strong push to take out those highs. So that was a very nice move on Bitcoin. It won't, the worst thing, nothing worse than calling it and then not being in it. But it's all good. It made even just this small move in this area made me some nice profits previous and so forth. So it's all good. These moves in here before 10 o'clock, I made some nice profits. But yeah, this was the move here that we wanted to catch. This was huge profits there. All right, so NASDAQ is just sideways here. S&P is still trying to push up a little bit more. Tesla's sideways. But not much going on here. Let's take a look. Are you playing gold still, Marky?
Say that one more time.
You're playing gold still?
No, I haven't. I've been mostly just playing the sideline.
See what gold is.
I think my problem was it was fairly easy to trade when Trump was shooting himself in the foot. But then once he actually kind of was like, all right, let me be quiet and let's see how this stuff goes. Then it kind of got a little bit more difficult, and I kind of everything clicked for me when we were in that huge trend to the downside. But so now it's more like it's more so I'm just trying to kind of refine the skills and what have you, and just kind of make sure I have everything put together here. But yep, it's easy. It's easy to trade when the market's in a tailspin. It just sell and breaking the bucks. Peter, when you say technicals, I'm assuming you're talking about the financials of it.
It has a weighted alpha of plus 4861. Yeah, the stock has gained 44.19% over the past year. It's trading above its 20, 50, and 100-day moving averages. The stock has made 9 new highs and gained 6.3% in the last month. Relative strength index is at 67.38%. The technical support level is $213.95. It has a 25.07 billion market cap, 23.15 times trailing price earnings ratio, 2.58% dividend yield. Revenue is projected to grow 3.88% this year and another 8.81% next year. Earnings are estimated to increase 6.92% this year and an additional 12.67% next year. Translation.
Do you no? So basically, when I think of technicals, I think of more like the Warren Buffett style, like just the value. And I can look at the finance and I can see that well, basically Warren Buffett in a nutshell, if you kind of dumb it down, is if it goes up for 5 years, expect it to go up for 6. So I'm looking at the financing and it's doing pretty good for the past 5 years. Everything's going up to the upside. But your research, do you do it yourself, or is there a subscription that you subscribe to?
Barchart.com. the newsletters at barchart.com.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
But I can
Yeah,
look,
DRI shows strong technical momentum, trading near its 52-week high. Shares are up more than 44% over the past 52 weeks. Fundamentals remain solid, and analyst sentiment is moderately bullish.
Yeah, you have to be moderately bullish because it's had quite a run, since the beginning of July of last year. They've had a nice run from 135 area, 136 to where we are now at 216. So it's been quite a run. You're right at the top of this move. So you could expect some form of pullback. So I wouldn't be buying it up at this level. The whole point of the exercise is to buy low. It's quite high right now. Do you expect it to double again from 216? Maybe not, right?
Yeah, the problem is you find out about these things too late.
Well, that's always the case with us public people, retail people. You only hear about things when they're rocking along, not when they're, in 2020, that was the time to be buying this stock. 2020, and if I go back to it again, actually, I'm going to add it to my list here because I'll keep my eye on it just to kind of see. But let me add it in, DRI. So one of the problems, I go up to the weekly. I'm going to go to the monthly and take a good look at this stock from the monthly point of view. Okay, so there's the monthly. So that was 2020, this low right here in the middle. That was the 2020 low. So they had 2020 had some problems, but this was the time to pick it up in this area. But you can see what it did there at 2020. Just looking at 2020, we made a 1, 2, 3 bottom right there. So this was the opportune time to buy. And then by the time 2021 came around, in 1 year's time, it had already, if you say you bought it even at 70 or 80, you're getting a double. And we get this pullback again, buying opportunity here in the 110, 120 area. And then we get this move out again. We get another 1, 2, 3 here, and we're off. Another 1, 2, 3, and we're off again. So we're way up high now. It's very expensive. You had opportunities to buy in here, 130, 140, but now you're at 216. It's tough now. You don't want to be buying. I mean, you can, but it's tougher for it to double now from 216. And of course, it can continue going, certainly, because it looks good. We've got a 1, 2, 3 here, and we had a little pullback, but we still have a little bit more to go. So we could see it going. I mean, I can tell you where it's going to, anyways. I'll just put the fib on it. We'll get a good idea from this low here. We're at 215 already, so let's go to 2.618. We're looking at around 250. So 216 to 250, if that's reasonable for you to make, 35 bucks on that for, 35, you've got $35 move to come, right? So if that's worthwhile, then that's a likely target in the 250 area. That's all off the monthly there. So I'll leave that on. We'll see how that plays out. So looking back on this stock, they've been around since 1996, eh? Wow.
Yeah.
Sheesh. So $6, and those, you know, of course, if you held on those times, you know, but 2000, they had a meltdown in 2008 like everybody else did. So that was a nice time to buy it there as well. Quite a nice run from $20 to 120, $130 from 2008 to 2020. And they're making a nice run again. So yeah, it looks pretty good, you know, up to 250 area. Yeah, but you don't hear anything about this, you know, like in 2020, this was the best, one of the best buying opportunities here. So this is just similar to Bitcoin. You know, we're looking for a retrace, and if you were looking for a deeper retrace, you don't get it. You miss your opportunity to get in to take out these highs. Same kind of thing. All right, so that's DRI. We'll see how it. We'll keep our eye on it over the next few months. See how it does. So I was looking at gold. Wasn't that gold? Gold. I go back to. Gold is quite a run here, monthly, go to the weekly. Little consolidation right now, daily. Yeah, we consolidated quite a bit, but we're pushing out again. So gold is very strong, looking to take out the highs. 1, 2, 3 here. We're in the fifth wave, pushing up. So that's how you play this thing, is by looking at from the higher time frame. You can see the structure. So there's a structure move down, beautiful move down. Then we get a 1, 2, 3 here. Beautiful entry opportunity. Boom, take out the highs. So now it's another buy opportunity for gold to go up and take out these highs. Gold is looking really good, setting up nicely now for a push to the upside. Again, yeah, it's setting up quite nicely here. So they came back into a gap here. Let me see if there was a gap on the 4-hour. Yeah, there is a big gap on the 4-hour. So they came right back into that gap, almost dead center to the midpoint. And now we're pushing out. So buy opportunity on gold here. And we'd be looking for 1, 2, 3 bottom, so that, you know, they could do this move, take out these equal highs, drop it back. Beautiful buy up. It's a beautiful buy opportunity right now, actually, at that point on gold. Haven't looked at oil forever either. Let's take a look at oil. So oil, let me go to the monthly on oil. We're just in a sideways chop here on oil on the monthly. So again, the pattern is always this, you know, the same. And beautiful 1, 2, 3 all the way up, and now we drop all the way back down. So we're just chopping in a fourth wave area. So the trajectory for oil is to go back to take out all these highs. However, we could go down a little further here first. In the short term. That's the monthly. So the weekly, possibility that we could come back down one more time, take out these lows, because we do have a large drop. And they're just chopping in here. So we could chop up and down for a while and then drop one more time. So gold is in a kind of fourth wave funk right now. And you can see it clearly here on the daily. We're inside a huge channel. Just chopping. That's not gold, I should say oil. A 4-hour time frame, we're pushing up, they're looking to take out these highs. Maybe take that one out, possibly. Hourly, yeah, they're looking to take that high out for sure. So oil is strong right now, short term. All right, so back to my Bitcoin. Yeah, they did go up and take that high. So that would have been a great entry there to catch that move. That's what I was looking to do from the beginning of the morning, but I missed it. So that's the way it is. So that they did make it to that high. So you could see you could have gotten it on a ride. We go down to the 5, could have gotten in here and here and here and caught a move to the upside. So beautiful, beautiful move on Bitcoin. I play Bitcoin quite a bit, and it's just an awesome instrument to play. So we've got a ways with Bitcoin here. We took out the previous high. We're at new highs, but we've struggled to continue going. But it looks like they're making a charge to continue up now. We could see much higher prices on Bitcoin.
I went from short to long on Tesla.
And it turned around on you, eh?
Oh, you got to be nimble.
Yeah, you got to be able to change your mind, that's for sure, because
I remember one of my famous teachers telling me you have to be flexible.
Yeah, very astute.
I think his name is Lennox Chambers.
Yeah, flexibility is the name of the game. You can't just be rigid in your thinking. It's not good. Yeah, they turned it around very quickly here, and they're taking out that. Like I said, that was a possibility you could do that, right? So there is a gap up here, which is partially mitigated. They came up to the midpoint of that gap, but there are a lot of equal highs here. So that is that's tempting. There's a lot of sellers here, so they can come up and sweep them out before we get this drop. Right? So that was in the cards. Get rid of this guy. It looked like they were possibly going to drop it here, but they said no. We're gonna go up a little bit further and get some more orders up here. I think that's the gap I'm looking at. Yeah, we're very close to the midpoint of that gap right now. So once they hit that, that could be a turnaround point. So you can see the structure now that this whole thing is a 1, 2, 3 bottom, and then we've done that. So we're getting very close. They could just maybe push up there. You can see they're struggling a little bit to get up there, but yeah, it's these equal highs that are tempting for them to take out. And it doesn't jeopardize the structure. That's the beauty of it. You see, we've got this 1, 2, 3 top, and we get the drop down to the low. So yes, we're looking for them to take out the lows, but in the interim, they can go back up to grab as many orders as they can. So this is a very tempting, area, because there's a lot of orders sitting here, a lot of sellers sitting right here.
The 1 hour chart looks like it wants to go up. It looks like it's in wave 4, trying to push higher.
Let's see the 1 hour time frame. So the 1 hour time frame, again, what I'm seeing more than anything else is sweep over here, the drop 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. They sweep the high, we get a 1, 2, 3 here. So since we have a 1, 2, 3 here, and we get this drop, they didn't take the low. At this point, they didn't take that low. So this move up is just a fake. They're just going to more than likely sweep, maybe sweep, but they should. You would think they would take those highs here. This is, like I say, there's a lot of dollars sitting here, a lot of orders. So, and then we would come down to take out these lows. I think that's the ploy here. I wouldn't be fooled into going long here. I mean, I could be wrong, of course, right? But
You have to be flexible.
I think that's what the ploy is here, to entice everybody to go long. An inducement for traders to go long.
Yeah, they sure got my attention.
Gentlemen, I have to leave. See you tomorrow.
Oh, it's after 11. All right, Martin. Have a great rest of the day. You've been very quiet today.
Yeah. Well, I always mute the mic to not disturb your video stream.
No problem. Nice to hear you. Nice that you're able to fix your problem and come back and join us.
Yeah, thank you for your patience. All right. See you tomorrow.
All right, take care.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, so looking at Tesla a little closer. So will they make one final assault on that high? We've got a 1, 2, 3 here, so it's telling us that that's a likely scenario, right? One more assault on that high. There's our structure, but are we done at this point? Probably not. So they might make one more assault to take out the highs that are over here. That's how I see it there, Peter.
Okay, thanks.
So similarly with the NAS, if I go to the hourly time frame, they've come back very close to touching this gap over here. And again, our structure, it's all about the structure. Can't emphasize that enough. But it's all about the structure. 1, 2. And now that final push. So we would have expected them to take out this high, which they did. And now we'll push up. So here we have equal highs. It's likely scenario that they will push up to take out those equal highs, maybe push a little deep into the gap, and we could see a drop here, possibly. That would make sense. That would bring Tesla down as well, right? That's a likely scenario. On the 15-minute, they pushed right up there. So will they go up and take out the high again? Maybe, maybe not, right?
Okay, I'm back.
Right,
For a
we're
little
still
while.
here. Still here, George.
Okay.
So looking for...
Thanking a lot.
No, just been watching and looking, analyzing stuff. Haven't made any trades in NAS today at all, actually. So we've got this move, looking for them to go one more time, just like Tesla. Possible one more time, push up to grab as much liquidity as they can. And then we could see a move back down.
Well, again, the patterns for Tesla and NASDAQ are quite similar. Right now, we're showing tad more strength on Tesla to the upside. At least that's how I read it. Bitcoin has been going up. and it hasn't broken any time to mark lines as of the last 10 minutes, 15 minutes.
Which time frame are you using for the Tom DeMarco?
1 minute. 1 minute.
Sure. Yeah, we had quite the move in Bitcoin.
Yeah, well, that's why I was away, I see.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful, beautiful move. Called it all out, but I didn't get in. But it's all good as long as you can see it. If you can see it.
The 10, let me see. The 1041 NASDAQ was close to being an algo by my definitions, but it wasn't a extraordinarily parabolic move. Got 9 tomato plants planted.
Yeah, we got some tomato plants yesterday. And yeah, it's interesting that the tomato plants don't grow back from last year. You have to plant new ones.
Isn't it just cheaper to buy tomatoes at the supermarket?
Oh, the tomato plants grow such beautiful tomatoes, and man, you can't beat the taste from the tree. Fresh.
Oh yeah.
When you buy them at the store, they come green and they have to be forced ripened. Right.
Big difference.
You're not getting all the nutrients. We get depleted fruit and vegetables here in the stores because everything is picked green for them to ship. Like I bought a box of mangoes a couple of days ago. They're all green, basically.
They got to be yellow.
And so they have to ripen by themselves without the nutrients from the tree and the ground, and so you're not getting the full benefit of all the nutrients. So it's kind of sad.
Peter, the NASDAQ 1 minute is still up. It has a 1, 2, 3 top, but we are still in a positive Gann move, and it's still tending more to the upside, although it's starting to come down a bit, but it's still more, I'd say, more positive than the NASDAQ is. NASDAQ has gotten...
All my moving averages are going up on the 1 minute Tesla.
Yeah, it's a likely scenario we get one more push to take out the highs on Tesla there.
Yeah, that seems very reasonable to me too. In fact, it looks like it's only about 7 more handles.
There's a gap there. So they could come back one more time to take this low, touch this gap.
Well, this is where it could go negative for a while to get people to go south so that they can pick up more lots at a cheaper price and then take it north. We're trying for our first down Gann, but it's struggling to do that. Almost did it. How much time is left? 30 seconds. We've got some good volume on the sells on the NASDAQ.
They're looking to go higher on NAS as well.
Pardon?
They're looking to go higher on the NAS as well. So we've got we're in a fourth wave on the 1 minute.
Right now we're in the fourth wave. Yeah.
So we're looking for another push to the upside to take out the highs. But it's a slow motion type thing. And Bitcoin's in a similar state. Bitcoin sideways
actually just went below the GAN on the 1 minute, but it looks like it's going to say, I don't really want to go this direction.
Yeah, they're in a sideways mode here, but looking to push up above the highs.
That's what I'm seeing too right now. But there is a negative aspect to this right now, so it's going to be a little bit of a struggle. Okay, we've started to we have two down GANs on the 1 minute Tesla, and only one, might disappear. I shouldn't say too soon.
I'm out of my long trade. I'm out of my long trade on Tesla.
I'm sorry, I missed that, Peter.
Yeah, it took some profits off there. Yeah, because you see, that's what they can do. They can pull it back down before
it looks
they
like
go
they're
again.
going to push it down now.
There's another gap here. So they're coming down.
The potential for about 3 more candles at least of it going down, depending upon what they want to get to go back up.
I'm going to close off the stream on Bitcoin on YouTube. Okay, gentlemen, and I'll stay on with you guys for a little bit if you want, but I'm just going to close the YouTube stream. Oh, there's a nice iguana. I followed this guy up a tree. Didn't follow him up the tree. I followed him with the camera up the tree. It was quite an interesting little fellow. Yeah, I'm going to close off the live stream to Bitcoin, and I'll come back with you guys. All right, so you hang in there with me for 1 second.
Okay, at this point, Peter, we're getting some positive movement up on the 1 minute Tesla. I'm still at 4 GAN down moves, but it's really trying to push this into a positive mode. I guess I would call this a tepid wave 4, but it could actually suffice. We got an ABC on that. NASDAQ is also pushing up. NASDAQ seems to be a tad stronger than the Tesla on the 1 minute.
All right.
And
so
it's closer
George,
to hitting the new high.
I'll just say goodbye to everyone on YouTube. Thanks for dropping in. Do give us a like and subscribe to our channel. Again, this was all for educational purposes only. We are the 1, 2, 3 traders. We'll see you on tomorrow. Take care, everyone.